APNvideo.com is on the air, and today we're coming to you from beautiful Cave Creek, Arizona, home of the Cactus Shadow Falcons. It's our season premiere of the Arizona Lacrosse League on APN Sports as the Perry Pumas come into Cave Creek. And my name is Jeff Lowry with APNvideo.com. So glad you could join us on a beautiful night for high school lacrosse. The Cactus Shadow Falcons coming in. They're struggling, 0-3, but a talented team nonetheless. They are led by Will Stone. He leads the team in ground balls, and he's among the team leader in scoring so far, and he'll be a big part of the offense here tonight. Luke Nassos, he is the junior attackman. He has 7 goals this year, and he'll be another player that Tristan Patrica will be looking to get some production here tonight against a tough Chandler Pumas team led by longtime head coach Tice Thielsen and Kelly Howell. Thielsen has been here since 2007, longest tenured coach in the Arizona Lacrosse League. Chandler comes in with a record of 2-2. They're on a 2-game win streak with wins over Cactus and Mountain Ridge. And they're led by Zach Klein, the senior leader on that offense, midfielder, and Nolan Strano, who is their top scorer this year. And one of their top ground ball guys, Chandler Larson, Colin Hauser, both with 17. So when we come back from beautiful Cave Creek, Arizona, all the exciting play-by-play action, it's our season premiere of the Arizona Lacrosse League here on APNvideo.com. For Cactus Shadows. So the opening face-off and our coverage of the Arizona Lacrosse League is underway here from Cave Creek, Arizona, and a nice little 50-50 ball there. And they'll give the possession to the Pumas, and on the restart here is Larson. Well, we mentioned that the Pumas coming in here on a 2-2 record and on a 2-game win streak. They had victories over Cactus and Mountain Ridge. And now looking on their first possession of the game to come up with the first goal of the contest. And the senior Klein. And the first shot of the game is going to belong to the Chandler Pumas, and they lead it 1-0. As Finder with a blistering shot. 11:08 left to go here, and the Pumas get out to an early 1-0 lead. Well, it has to be a great feeling. You got the freshman Dylan Finder, who's done a really nice job for the Pumas this year. Coming into the game, he had 7 points through the first 4 games, and a nice ground ball there by Will Stone, one of their top players. And Will Stone leads his team in ground balls this year with 13. He's also had 3 points. The Pumas lead it 1-0 on a hot shot by the freshman Dylan Finder. Good check out front. Cooper Roderick, who is their second leading scorer. Remember, they've only played twice this year. Check that 3 times. And tried to get that one right down the pipe, and the errant throw or pass is going to be picked up by the Pumas at midfield. So they had a chance to go up 2-0 here. And a 1-0 lead for the Pumas as they got a score from Dylan Finder. They're the freshman they have high hopes for. 9:55 left to go here, opening quarter of play. Arizona Lacrosse League action here on APN Sports. Pumas lead it 1-0. And tenacious defense turned in there. Loose ball picked up by the goalie of the Cactus Shadow Falcons. And on their second possession, let's see what they can do. And pushed out of bounds on some good defense over there on the far side. A nice job by the Pumas defense. And that was the junior Holden Remfrey. with the outstanding defensive play. 1-0 in favor of the Pumas here. We're in the first. 9 minutes on the clock. Well, the lights just came on and haven't quite taken effect yet here at Cactus Shadows High School. Well, right now the Pumas being very deliberate on the offensive side. It's their third possession. Here's the dodge coming from the alley. And a nice job evading the defender. And that's Nolan Strano, number 1. And Strano is their top scorer this year with 10 points. 9 goals, 1 assist. Okay, now the restart. Nolan trying to go to work here. Of course, this defense led by Sean Kelm, number 7. He's the inside defender as the Pumas work it to X with 8 minutes left to go here in the opening quarter. Loose ball picked up. Nice job there by the Pumas to keep the possession. And you got to like Cactus Shadows defense. I mean, there's 3 guys on the ball up top. And really did a nice job collapsing and a nice slide there by the Falcons. And the Pumas didn't have an answer for it. Here's a big shot by Nolan, and that's going to be deflected, and I believe that'll be a save. Strano takes his second shot. He's 0 for 2. 1-0 Pumas lead over the Falcons here in the first with 7 minutes and 25 seconds left to go here in the first period. Now Strano going to work. This time he passes it up, and a quick play there by the Falcons goalie. He was Johnny on the spot. And Sean Kelm trying to clear it out. And out of play, out of bounds. You can faintly see the yellow out of bounds line on the near side. So a quick restart here for the Pumas. And we're just inside the 7-minute mark here in quarter number 1. The Pumas lead it by a score of 1-0. Zach Klein, number 22, the senior leader of this Chandler team. Picked up there by Stenger. And let's see if Nolan is going to, well, give a lot of credit right there to Warren Smith. Excellent job, good footwork, good stick skills over there on the defense as they contain their leading scorer, and that was a great pass to the freshman Finder, but again, you got swarming Cactus Shadows defenders all over the ball carrier. But the Pumas retain possession. Closest to the ball when it goes out of play. On a shot, on a missed shot, will gain the possession. And right now you talk about possession and you say it's everything. Yes, it is. And right now the Pumas are dominating the time of possession early. And that's a tough shot and a good job on the switch defensively. Warren Smith has looked good here early on. And he gets a little love from the public address announcer here at Cactus Shadows High School. We're in Cave Creek, Arizona. And they're going to throw this one away. That was off the Bo Hiddle, the junior. And so the Falcons will now work it into transition, and they are going to get a little bit of a resistance here, a little bit of a ride there by the Pumas. A.J. Stinger, throw it away. And then they come right back and do the same thing, except Johnny on the spot over there was number 9, and that's their co-leader in ground balls this year, number 7, Larson. As we are approaching the 5-minute mark here in quarter number 1. Jeff Lowry with you from apnvideo.com. Big right hand, and this time that blistering shot gets through, and the second score of the day. All right, so Aiden DeGracias, the junior attackman, gets the score. We'll call that an unassisted goal. That comes at the 4:49 mark here in quarter number 1, and it's 2-0 for the visiting Pumas out of Chandler, Arizona. Well, the third face-off, and this one belongs to the Pumas, so they have a 2-1 advantage in that department. Holden Remfrey, the junior, and now gives it up to the freshman. And if you looked over, maybe if you noticed during pregame, this Chandler team a little short on the numbers in terms of their roster. And they've had some injuries, and because this Chandler Pumas team is made up of players that go to different districts in the area, and some of those players, not sure how many, didn't really want to dwell on it, but so just a little shorthanded here today because of the spring break on this March 11th, 2022. And a nice ground ball there by the freshman, Dylan Fender. Turnover time here for Cactus Shadows. And Warren will clear it, and they need to get on the board before they get down anymore, and the long pole takes the shot. Well, it will turn it back over to the Pumas. And now you got a 50-50 ball near midfield, and they're still battling for it. And finally, it is corralled by the Falcons.
Play made by House. Preston, not in our house.
So that was a good clear and a ground ball, and we're going to get a timeout. Cactus Shadows, that is their first of 2. That comes with 3 minutes and 3 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Will Stone will restart for the Falcons as they trail it by a score of 2-0 here. And good defense there by Larson, keeping the ball way out top. Good move by Larson, or rather by Will Stone. And that's the first save for Caden Kern, excuse me. You know, a big hit coming in, and they're going to let them play, and an open man right out in front, point-blank range, and they just couldn't get together on the same page. Two minutes and 20 seconds left to go here in the opening quarter. Pumas got a goal right off the bat. Here's a quick shot, and then the second save for Kern.
Shot taken by number 36, Wyatt Courtney.
And Courtney took that shot for the Falcons. Right now the Falcons need a GB in the worst kind of way and try to get that first goal up there before the Pumas go up by a 3-0 count. 1:50 left to play. Courtney giving it up over there in the corner, and I tell you, you're seeing some good Chandler defense on that far side. Sutter, and the eventual turnover. So good job by the Pumas, who have been a tough nut to crack. And man, what a menacing shoulder there by Colin Hauser. And Hauser is one of quite a few freshmen on the Ty Steelson roster here in 2022. Down to 50 seconds left to play here in the opening quarter. It's our season premiere of the Arizona Lacrosse League here on APN Sports. Down to 33 seconds. As the Pumas try to put the third goal up there on the board. And this is still going to be Chandler's possession with 25 seconds left to play here in period number 1. Big shot and a nice challenge there by Warren Smith, who truly has had an outstanding first quarter. Well, we're down to 15 seconds left to play in period number 1, down to 10. And they'll play for the final shot here. Here's Strano, Warren Smith on the defense, smothering defense, and at the buzzer, can you believe it? That shot is going to go. Noah Diagracias at the buzzer ends period number 1, 3-0 in favor of the Pumas. Well, he had the clock against him. This is our 4th face-off of the day, and let's see if the Pumas can control it, but they don't. That's a nice ground ball there. And all the way down is Will Stone. Excellent job. So the face-off's even at 2 apiece. I think it's a very important part of the game. As we start quarter number 2 here from Cactus Shadows High School, and Noah Diagracias, what a clutch shot there with just really about 2 seconds left on the clock. And he took us into the break to start the second quarter. And, again, just a tremendous shot, and they're up 3-0. The Chandler Pumas, led by Tice Thielsen, Kelly Howe. On the other side, Tristan Patrika. He is assisted by Blake Rankin, Jeff Gibb. Team manager is Kim Kelm, and assistant team manager Fred Auer. So the Pumas in possession, led by Nolan Strano, who looking for his first goal of the contest. 3 different scores, the Diagracias twins and the freshman who pulled off the first goal of the game, number 4, Dylan Finder. And the Pumas lead it here in the early stages of quarter number 2 by a score of 3-0. And the Pumas have shown a lot of patience as they try to extend this lead to 4-0. That's Aiden. He had a goal earlier and a tremendous save by Billy Bear.
Saved by Ben the Bear Haldeman.
Or I'm sorry, Ben the Bear Haldeman. That was a pretty impressive save right there, and that keeps it a 3-goal deficit here, as the Falcons have the possession, led by Cooper Roderick, who came into this game second, tied with Will Stone second in points. He has 3 assists this year. Luke Rassos, the top scorer through the first 3 games with 7 goals, number 99 in white. Will Stone is I think he's probably maybe the key guy because of his ability to pick up the ground balls. He has 13 coming in. Sean Kelm anchors the defense, number 7. High shot, and that one was knocked down on the backside by number 100, Tarek Welch.
Asher Countryman.
Caden Kern, hoping to have a big day here. He gets it up to Finder, the freshman, and he'll clear it nicely. I tell you, just a little bit I've seen, a little tic-toe passing there, but the defense was back. Led by Kelm, he is the inside defender, close defender. As we mentioned earlier, number 23, Warren Smith for the White, had a big first quarter defensively for the Cactus Shadows Falcons, who trail it 3-0. Pumas with the possession. Tyson Hemphill, the junior. You got 3 starting juniors on that attack line. And this is going to be a turnover, so you can think Sean Kelm with a tremendous defensive play, and then they throw the ball away. That was one of the reasons I think this team is down. They've just turned the ball over too many times, and turnovers will kill momentum, no doubt about it. And it's all about possession. J.J. Hinsberg, another junior midfielder, and a nice job of saving the possession, Noah Diagracias. 3-0 Pumas here in quarter number 2. Looking to dodge. Nice slide there. Good double team. Preston Auer. Our public address announcer was saying when Preston did something earlier in that first quarter, made a nice play, called him Preston not in our house. I just got it. Yep, a little slow on the uptake. As the Pumas have the possession, they're in the gray uniforms and lead at 3-0. Auer needed a ground ball there. They still battle 50-50, and Warren just continues to make plays. But then Johnny on the spot was number 17. I don't think we got a 17 on the Pumas side. Picked up that ground ball. That's too bad. 17 looks like a guy that can play. Maybe we can try to get something at halftime as that ball comes loose. And there, it's not in our house. So a good job by the defense. And so far, I know they're down 3-0, but I think the defense overall has been pretty good for Cactus Shadows. It's just that they have turned the ball over too much, and the offense just hasn't really had a chance to gain any momentum. They've got some guys that can score on this Shadows team, and one of them back there, and Tarek Welch. Yeah, good, strong stick check over on the far side by Brandon Fountain, who is also another one of, 6 freshmen on the roster for Tice Tielson's team. And we got a procedural foul here, and this is going to turn it back over to the Pumas. Second quarter action. The team in gray, the Chandler Pumas or the Perry Pumas, they go by both. And a good job on the break, and a big-time hit by Helm. And no flag is called. A good check by Helm, number 7 for the team in white, the Falcons. And here's Warren going back to work. Smith right down the middle of the pipe. He shoots and he scores.
Falcons goal, number 23, Warren Smith.
Warren Smith gets the first goal of the contest for Cactus Shadows, coming halfway through the second quarter of play, and the deficit is down to 2. Fifth face-off, and there's Will Stone coming through. So a 3-2 advantage here. He pulls the trigger on the shot and left it wide to the right. Well, if you're wondering, the Falcons, unfortunately, they are 0-3. But Tristan Patrica believes in this team, and they've had losses to Corona, Chaparral, and Pinnacle. Here's the dodge, goal line extended right, and that's some good defense by Colin Hauser, who has been their top ground ball specialist this year and has really come into his own in his freshman year. We're going to get a timeout, and a good timeout there by Tice, as the Pumas exhaust their first timeout here in the first half. So after the quick timeout, you got a 50-50 ball, and the Falcons come up with it. That's Billy Deach. Deach gets it into the box and now takes it to X. 3-1 in favor of the visiting Pumas here. It's our season premiere of the Arizona Lacrosse League on APN Sports. Javen Swecker. And backed up nicely there by Welch. And a turnover, and it's intercepted by Finder. Good job. Quickly get it over to Strano. Strano, their leading scorer with 10 points this year. And he's looking for his first point of the night here tonight. Aiden and Noah Diagracias with goals, along with the freshman Dylan Finder. That is outside the cage and picked up there by Ben. Ben Haldeman And another outstanding clear by Warren Smith. He has had a huge monster first half, but then just as I brag on him, he throws it away, and they'll go back to the Pumas. Good hustle on the near side by Luke Nassos. And a nice ride by Cactus Shadows, but a long clear gets the job done up to Noah Diagracias. It was a pretty good pass there by Dylan Sutterth, who is one of the senior leaders on this Chandler Pumas team here in 2022. 3-1 lead here for the Pumas. They have the possession. It's been a really quick first half. Ball dropped there by Noah Diagracias, the junior. First line midfielder for the Chandler Pumas. He pulls the trigger, and he finds the promised land. A blistering high shot from Noah, his second goal of the day, and that makes it a 4-1 contest with 3 minutes and 32 seconds left to play here in the first half. This is our sixth face-off. Cactus Shadows has a 3-2 advantage. Stone battling with Aiden Diagracias, and Aiden comes up with the ground ball and the win. So we're even at 3 in face-off X. The Chandler Pumas come in on a 2-game win streak. They have defeated Cactus and Mountain Ridge back-to-back games, outscoring those two opponents 25-15, but lost big to Higley and also Arcadia. So 2-2, and they're trying to extend this win streak to 3. And Strano, who has been shut out here in the first half, picks up the loose ball, not a ground ball, but a loose ball, and he will restart the offense with his team up 4-1. I think this is a big defensive stand here for Cactus Shadows, and they really need to get at least one more goal and draw to within maybe one before we go to that halftime break. A beautiful night here in Cave Creek, Arizona.
Shot team with number 17.
Jeff Lowry with you, APN Sports. This is Warren Smith, who has been clearing and doing such a great job. He's going to get harassed by the sophomore Chandler Larson, and we're going to get the second and final timeout here in the first half by the Falcons with 2:21 left to play here in the first half. All right, we come back to live action. Cooper Roderick will restart it for the Falcons. 2 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock, and almost another turnover there. Good job by Stone. And a blistering shot from the right side, and the score belongs to Cooper Roderick. That's his first goal of the year, his fourth point. With 2:07 left to go, it's now 4-2. And a good face-off win here for Cactus Shadows. Excellent job there. This time the win belongs to Bronson Wilkinson. And he's trying to get the outlet. He is not. Failure to advance. Couldn't get it into the box, and give all the credit on that fine midfield defensive play by Aiden Diagracias. Did that all on his own. And now Larson being harassed. Picks it up. He came in tied with the freshman Colin Hauser for the most ground balls on the team. And Helm is just so good. I mean, I tell you, I think Sean Helm, he could play for any of the bigs. I think he would start on any of the bigs. I really do. He's that good. So the final moments of the first half, a 4-2 lead here for the Pumas. And if you're Cactus Shadows and the Helm, can he get the ground ball? He does. Outstanding job. He'll bring it upfield, and the pass, that one gets away. Pumas have the ground ball. Excellent job by Fountain, the freshman, but then he had it pried loose. They might have a timeout, Pumas, before the turnover, so both teams have used both timeouts. as we come back to live action inside a minute left to go here in the first half. Cooper Roderick, who just picked up his first goal of the game, he and Warren Smith have accounted for the 2 goals in this contest for the Falcons with 40 seconds left to go, and that's going to be a save for Caden. Good job there. 50-50 ball picked up, and a big-time shot and a big right hand rips City Willstone his first goal of the game, and it's a 1-point affair here in Cave Creek. That comes with 32 seconds left to play here in the first half. Our 8th face-off coming up, and it's a 1-point affair. 4-3 Perry, who had got out to a 3-0 lead and also led 4-1. But scoring 3 of the last 4 have been the Falcons. Nice job on the trail check there by Noah Diagracias. He's going to try to pick up the ground ball. He'll win it. As we wind down the first half of this game, and obviously Chandler will be playing for the last shot. Here's the shot, and he got it. He got it. Nolan Strano's first goal of the contest comes right at the end of the first half. That is his 10th goal of the year with 4 seconds left to play. His 11th point of the season, and it's now 5-3. And boy, I'll tell you, Chandler's done this 2 quarters in a row, had a last-second shot before the buzzer. This time they left 4 seconds on the clock. Noah Diagracias didn't leave enough time to get another shot off, and that is going to be the end of the first half. With the score, visiting Chandler Pumas 5, Cactus Shadow 3.
50-50 raffle tonight. 1 ticket is $5.
Well, it's halftime here in Cave Creek. The Cactus Shadows Falcons reeled off 3 of 4, but gave up a late shot to Noah Diagracias, or rather Nolan Strano. And that makes it a 5-3 game as we start the second half. You're watching the Arizona Lacrosse League on APN Sports. Well, Cactus Shadows won 5 of the first 8 face-offs. And now the Pumas will win the first one to start the third period. And another fine play, Aiden Diagracias. Both the Diagracias twins had a very good first half here from Cave Creek, Arizona. The Cactus Shadow Falcons trailing the visiting Pumas 5-3 as we start the third period. A couple of standout players in that first half. We mentioned Noah Diagracias with 2 goals. Strano, Aiden Diagracias, and Dylan Finder made up the other 3 goals for the Chandler Pumas, who are looking for their 3rd consecutive win. After a nice clear by Cooper Roderick, he gets an opportunity, and Caden Keene turns him away, the sophomore goalie for Chandler, who leads it here 5-3, early stages of the third period. I think one of the statistics that really stands out was the ability of Warren Smith. How many outstanding clears. And how many ground balls Will Stone had? At least a half a dozen. He came in with 13 to lead the team through their first 3 games. And we saw some truly outstanding defense by number 7, Sean Kelm. And special thanks to Kim Kelm for giving us all the information we needed to do tonight's broadcast. Now the senior leader, Zach Klein. Good pass out front, and what an assist and what a score.
Goal by number 47.
Tyson Hemphill, the junior, on the assist play by Zach Klein, and it's 6-3. Hemphill's first goal of the contest, and Klein gets his first point on an assist. So 2 face-off wins in a row for Perry. And we're even at 5-5 from face-off X, FOW, face-off wins, as Nolan Strano sets it up here for the Pumas. Yeah, 6 freshmen in total for this Pumas team. They're a young team, but they've got some freshmen that they got really high hopes on. Colin Hauser, number 77, a defender. Here's a rifle. And I'll tell you, here's the other one we're going to be talking about for the next 4 years. Dylan Finder, his second goal of the game. And now enjoying their biggest lead of the contest of 4 at 7-3 as the Pumas and the Falcons battle it out at face-off X once again. Aiden DeGracias. And trying to see if that's 24, Nelson Lee in white. The Falcons could use a goal right here and a face-off win, but they're not going to get it. I'll tell you, they made the adjustments at halftime. Chandler did in face-off X. Holden Remfry, the junior midfielder, come up with the ground ball and the face-off win for the Pumas, who now have a 6-5 advantage. I would say the ground ball advantage would probably go with the Pumas, who kind of dominated the time of possession in that first half. Shot taken by the Pumas. They're going to miss it with 9:05 left to go here.
Shot by number 24, Holden Remfry.
Holden Remfry pulled the trigger and came up empty-handed. Pumas trying to extend what is their biggest lead of the contest at 7-3, and they're going to do it. A bounce feed into the back of the net, and Noah DeGraci has a hat trick, his third goal of the contest. And with 8:54 left to play here in the third, it is 8-3, the biggest lead of the game for Perry. And I know Tristan over there, they probably don't want to waste a timeout this early in the third period, but you almost feel like they might want to call one here if they don't come down and at least get some success. And they're going to have to call the timeout because Billy Deach got mugged by this swarming Pumas defense. So that's the first timeout of this second half, and it comes at the 8:41 mark. Jeff Lowry with you, apmvideo.com. So glad you could join us here. Will Stone will restart it, and he's one of the best at clearing the ball. Cactus Shadows coming out of the North Conference. Here's the shot. Here's the goal. Will Stone finds the back of the cage with a blistering shot. That is his second. That's unassisted, and at 8:31 left to go in the third. And I'll tell you, that was exactly what the doctor ordered. So here in the third quarter, 8-4, and boy, did the Pumas come up with yet another one. They're 4 for 4 in face-off wins here in the second half. Cactus Shadows was up had a 5-3 advantage in that department in the first half, but they are 0 for 4 here in the second half, and let's see how that plays out on the rest of the game. Well, here is Finder, who has 2 goals. Ambidextrous, can go right, he can go left. That was a nice-looking pass picked up there by Bo Hiddle, and he throws it away. And Bronson Wilkinson, who's forced a couple of turnovers. Nice job, Giovanni Caranci. And then over to Roderick. Eight 8-4 lead, and Will Stone tried to bounce that one behind Caden Kern, and the sophomore comes up. Well, it was a good ride, and let's see if the Falcons can force a turnover. Pretty good job there. Now into the hands of the dangerous Strano. And we get a stop and play. It'll be Pumas ball. Procedural foul. They'll restart it. Strano, who had 10 points to lead all scores. Bo Hiddle with 9. Noah DeGraci with 8. And now DeGraci has actually tied Nolan Strano in points. And Noah has 6 assists coming in. Dylan Finder, the young freshman who has 2 goals here tonight, is among the team leader, third in ground balls with 11 coming in. And we see if we get a little push. Good call there. So that was a push with possession. That'll be a 30-second technical foul. And so this is our first man up of the night. How about that? So the Pumas up 8-4. They've led by as many as 5 at 8-3. Broken play. Warren Smith over there harassing. Strano picks it up. And now they have a chance to reset. Still in a man-up situation for about 10 seconds. And Strano got a little pipe city on that one, and maybe a little. Ben might have got a little bit on that one too. Give him credit for his save. And they'll restart it. And the left-handed shot is a little wide.
Shot by number 2.
So Cactus Shadows back at full strength. Third quarter action. Cactus Shadows in the all-white. Pumas with the ball. Pumas lead at 8-4. Strano calling for the ball on the far wing. And now they work it around. Hemphill over to Bo Hiddle, who has been held scoreless. And Helm is wondering what he did. This is going to be a technical foul, and I think this is a push. Let's see what the call is. That's going to be a hold. So it's a 30-second infraction, so Sean will sit for 30 seconds and another man up. So back-to-back man up. We didn't even have a man up, I don't think, in that first half. And so the Pumas trying to go back up to a 5-goal lead, and they will on the second goal of the day by Strano.
Pumas goal number 1, Nolan Strano.
That comes with 5 minutes, 1 second left to go here in the third, and back to a 9-4 lead. Face-off win, the first of the second half for Cactus Shadows. And the Pumas have won 7 of the 13. Good clear by Will Stone, who has 2 goals here, and he too, much like Warren Smith, has had some impressive clears, and he promptly throws it away, and he's upset with himself. So a 9-4 lead here for the Pumas. We're in the third period. Nice clear up to Chandler Larson. Nice job by Strano. Had it pried away, held back into the lineup here. And Helm just continues to play aggressive, textbook-style defense. High shot over the face of Ben.
82, Aiden Diagracias on the attempt.
Aiden Diagracias on the missed opportunity there. He has 1 goal. And the Twins have a collective 4 between them. Strano with that last goal, his second of the day. And we got a flag down, a technical foul going against the Falcons. And again, they're a man down. And so far, the Pumas are 1 for 2 in man-up situations. Right now, Strano is now the club leader in points and goals. He's got 11 goals, 12 points. And Noah has, with 3 goals, he only had 2 through the first 4 games. So he's had more goals here tonight than the first 4 games of the season. He has 6 goals, 6 assists, and 12 points. And there's another one. And I think Nolan Strano, of course, that's a man-up goal, his second man-up goal. With 3 minutes and 31 seconds left to play here in the third, it's 10-4. This is the biggest lead of the game for the Pumas. Second face-off win in a row here. This one on a procedural foul. Countryman. and someone got de-sticked. That would be Asher, and turned the ball back over. Sutter with the wild pass, and picked up momentarily by Sean Kelm, and he just kind of golfs it, or like a tennis racket, rakes it back over to the other side of the field. Excellent job. And Luke, who's their leading scorer now, he's going to get hit here. That might be a personal foul on 99. High stick. That's probably going to be a 2-minute non-releasable. Look at Colin Hauser, who came in here tied with Chandler Larson for the ground ball leader. And they're going to stop play right here.
Number 7, Sean Kelm on Big D.
Well, we've got an offsides, but we're going to get a slash. And I'll tell you what, Luke Nassos is very lucky he did not get a non-releasable.
99.
You got to look at Noah Diagrassi, the leading scorer in this game. He's got the hat trick, 3, a season high for him. And his team is up 10-4. We talked about the Cactus Shadow turnovers in that first half that kind of thwarted them a little bit. Well, here in the second half, they have been in the penalty box way too many times, and the Pumas have been able to take advantage of it a couple of times. They're in a man-up situation now, and Ben comes up big as Haldeman with the save. Good job. I'm pretty sure he got a stick on that one. Now the reset again, 6-on-5, big shot, and another outstanding save.
Shot by number 4, Dylan Finder. Saved by the Bear, Ben Haldeman.
So the Bear comes up big time for Cactus Shadows. Here's Warren Smith doing what he did in that first half, and that's clear the ball with the best of them. Quickly in the offensive half, Kelm, oh yes, and he finds Tarek Welsh, who has his first goal of the contest, and it's 10-5. So that gives them a little hope. Going to need to stay out of that penalty box. Both teams at full strength. Both teams have won 7 face-offs, 7-7, and another procedure, and it's going to give it back to Cactus Shadows. Here's the restart with Will Stone, the midfielder. It's by one defender, but they want to get the right personnel in there, so they go yellow. Cactus Shadows does on offense, and now they'll set up their offense. Cooper Roderick, ball carrier number 3. It was 3-0 Pumas at the end of 1. We had a 5-3 Pumas lead at the half. And right now, 10-5. As a shot taken by Stone is going to be wide to the right. So the Pumas here in the third, their best quarter so far from an offensive standpoint, have outscored Cactus Shadows 5-2. You're watching the Arizona Lacrosse League Game of the Week. And another turnover for Cactus Shadows, unfortunately, as we wind down quarter number 3 here, with the Pumas in possession, leading in this game 10-5. That was a good clear. No ride that time by the Falcons. And now settling in 6-on-6 is Aiden Diagrasius. And a great backward pass to Hemphill, his second of the day. Aiden Diagrasius with the assist. And with 17 seconds left to go, it's 11-5. And they're back up by 6. So a good job, and that's good patience by Diagrasius. I don't know if they want to be linked together, but they got 5 points between them. Aiden, a goal, an assist, and the hat trick, and the leading scorer in the game is Noah Diagrasius for the Pumas, who lead it 11-5. They've outscored the Falcons 6-2 here in the third. And Strano is going to be turned away at the buzzer.
Saved by the Bear, Ben Haldeman.
And Ben Haldeman, I think, had a pretty good quarter, even though 6 goals were scored on him. And we go to the fourth, 11-5 Pumas. All right, Jeff Lowry back here from Cave Creek, Arizona, and Cactus Shadows High School. And again, special thanks to Kim Kelm and, special thanks to Kelly Howell for getting us some rosters and information about his team. And it was good to talk to Tice. It had been a couple of years since I had a chance to talk to Tice, and it seemed like we had one of the Perry games last year. It might have been a couple of years ago. And, of course, Tice Thielsen, the head coach of the Chandler Pumas, the longest head coaching term in Arizona Lacrosse League and maybe in Lacrosse League history in the state of Arizona. He's been at it this is his 16th year with this team. And they lead it by a score of 11-5 as we start the fourth quarter. Stay with us. At the conclusion of this game, we'll have post-game interview. Quick shot and the save that time. Ben the Bear.
Save by the Bear.
By the Bear. I know this public address announcer, he loves his nicknames, doesn't he? Nice guy. Helped us up with some of the equipment. And, this is really one of my favorite venues to come to because of the people. I mean, we are, every time, whether it's girls lacrosse or football or what have you, we're always treated really well up here, and we really appreciate it. 11-5, the Pumas lead it here. We're in the fourth period. A 5-3 lead for the Pumas at halftime. They put up 6 on the board in the third, mainly because of the 5 penalties on the Falcons. I mean, and they scored, 3 or 4 out of that, at least 3. And that really has put the Falcons, you cut most of those fouls down, and you probably right now would be trailing by 3 or 4 and not 6. Good steal, Colin Hauser. Remember that young man's name. Oh, a blistering shot by Nolan Strano. His 4th goal, all coming here in the second half of the game with 9:41 left to go. And he's found the promised land for the 4th time here tonight. That was impressive, and that makes it a 12-5 contest in favor of the Pumas, enjoying their biggest lead of the game. It was 4-3 with 4 seconds left to go in the second quarter. So that tells you how close this one's been. Been pretty close in face-off X. That was an impressive shot by Nolan Strano. That one bounced up there, hit the crossbar, and flies over to the far alley. Good 50-50 battle over there, and that's Bo Hiddle. And stripped away, and a clean strip by Sean Helm. What a tremendous defensive play. And then he had the wherewithal to quickly look downfield and get it to Giovanni, who clears it. And I believe he got the touch that time, but then throws it away. Harassing defense by J.J. Hinsberg. So just under the 9-minute mark left to go here. A 12-5 lead, the biggest lead of the day for the Pumas. Colin Hauser, he will clear it. Up ahead to our infamous number 17. And our apologies, we didn't pick up on that change on the uniform, or it may not even be a change in the uniform. It might be an error on the roster. I think you've got, I hadn't seen enough of Brandon Fountain, Jake Beaver. I don't think Jake's been in the game. I don't think Bowie's been in the game. Who's the other freshman? I think I might have missed one of the other freshmen on the team. But Dylan Finder and Colin Hauser has a chance to make an impact in this league over the next few years. That's a fine play, a little takeaway by Wilkinson. Wilkinson's made a couple. He's making plays out there. Good job. Let's see if the Falcons can climb back in this thing. They're going to need to reel off like a 3. I think I go on a 4-0 run here just to get back into striking distance. It's going to be an uphill battle. Look at Stone weaving his way through the pipe, and he rattles the back of the cage with his third goal. He's got the hat trick. And we're going to get a cross-check on the play. And I believe this will be going against, I was just going to say, it was going against Tyson Hemphill of the Pumas. And that cuts it to a 12-6 deficit here in the fourth. Face-off win. Slight advantage there tonight by the Pumas. The ground ball by Aiden Diagracias. And he just went right straight to Strano. Well, here's Nolan. We'll have post-game interviews with the winning team. Stay with us afterwards. Dylan Finder with 2 goals. He's had a few more ground balls to add to the 11 he had coming in through the first 4 games. It may have rushed that one, but it was backed up there on a heads-up play by the Pumas, Nolan Strano. And then Strano gets tripped up there, pushed from behind, no call, quickly unloads. Here's the shot by the senior Klein, and it's going to be a little wide to the left.
Shot by number 22, Zachary.
Well, we're going to get a technical foul and a hold against Cactus Shadows, and they find themselves back in a man-down situation here in the fourth period. 12-6 is the score in favor of the Pumas. They have possession. Diagracia with 3 goals gives it up to teammate Bo Hiddle, who has not scored and came in the second leading scorer on this team. And Strano scores again, his 5th, all in the second half.
Nolan Strano for the goal.
Back up to a 7-goal lead halfway through the final period of play. And Nolan Strano is really putting on a scoring exhibition here in the second half. All 5 of his goals coming in the third and fourth period. Face-off win, Cactus Shadows. They may, I think we're tied. Here is the shot by Will Stone, who has 3 goals here tonight. So Nolan with his 14th goal, he has 15 points to lead all players and probably amongst the league leaders, but some of the teams haven't even. Corona going into tonight's action. As you just saw Holden Renfrey, and Holden's made some big plays in this game here tonight. I don't think Corona's even played a game so far. But now I don't know how accurate the website is. They're still working out all the kinks. And hopefully in the next week to 10 days, that'll be fully functioning. And we'd like to thank the Brain Trust, who includes Kelly Howell of the Arizona Lacrosse League and Coach Connor over at Arcadia, Matt McEnroe from Brophy, for allowing us to be a part of this outstanding lacrosse league. And boy, I'd be remiss not to thank Dan Lannon. I, worked with Dan for many years and 3-time national champion player in his collegiate days at Syracuse, the winningest program in college lacrosse history at the Division I level. And Dan was always ingratiating. Ben Jones, our good friend Ben Jones, who was the commissioner or president of the league before Dan, and we started this game of the week back in 2013. And, of course, we've been covering the championships going all the way back to like 2003. Big right hand. And this one slides through. Is that the third of the night for the freshman? It is. Dylan Finder.
Goal, number 4, Dylan Finder.
So he has his third, and at 4:21 mark, 14-6. Biggest lead of the day. Face-offs have been even. Oh, man, what a menacing hit by Swecker. And he's going to get, this is going to be non-releasable, I can tell you that much. That was a hard cross-check, and this will be 2 minutes non-releasable. And Noah DeGracias, who took the brunt of that, I believe, I think it was him, he'll restart it, and again, a man-down situation for the defense of the Falcons. And that's been the big story here in the second half. Good save.
Shot by number 82, Aiden DeGracias, saved by the Bear, Ben Hallman.
Okay, can the Falcons try to climb back into this one? They get a good ground ball by Gavin Jarrigan over there on the far side. He wants to dodge, and the good slide, so the good double-team defense over there and just smothering Pumas' defense. And the high pass is off the face of Wyatt Courtney, and this ground ball will be picked up by the Pumas' Colin Hauser, but we're going to get a slash, and this is going to go against Bo Hiddle. So now we're playing 5-on-5. Remember the non-releasable on the Cactus Shadows, Javen Swecker. Just under the 3-minute mark here in quarter number 4. Stone trying to save it over there on the far side, and he does, and he gets it over to Davies. Ben Davies. Over to Countryman. Yep, that's his name, Countryman, M-E-N. And Asher has it with 2:34 on the clock. Fourth period action. Davies is met with some swarming defense by the Pumas, who look like they've got some new faces in there, including Mason Miller, a sophomore. This is a very young team. And the shot, and this one trickles in. The fourth goal of the night for Will Stone. What a night for him.
Goal, number 45, Will Stone.
And he's done more than just the 4 goals. And just to make that clear, with 2:14 left to go here, and it's 14-7. Face-off win. Pumas with a slight advantage there tonight. First half, I think we had a little too many turnovers. It gave the Pumas a tremendous advantage in face-off or in possession, time of possession. I know that's a football term, but it might even be a good term to use in this game. But the second half, the penalties have just killed Cactus Shadows. They tried to get a little more aggressive maybe, but they've had some good individual efforts here, but I think most of the guys on this team don't care about individual efforts. They want to have a really competitive game and a victory here tonight. As we wind down our season premiere of Arizona Lacrosse League action here on APM Video Sports. Hemphill playing a little keep away right now. Caden Thomas, number 60, out there, still battling. This is the one thing I love about most of the teams, if not all of them, out here in Arizona. And a high shot there as Nolan was going for his 6th goal of the contest. Here's Cactus Shadows. They're down big, still battling defensively. And you know Kelm's going to be out there battling. He will let Bo Hiddle, who is out of the box after a cross-check penalty a few moments ago. Finder looking for that was a pass, I think, and he finds Hemphill. And Hemphill has found the promised land.
Hemphill.
And Dylan Finder has done it again. He's got 4 points tonight, 38 seconds on the board. And it's 15-7 in favor of the visiting Pumas. They have outscored the Falcons 4-2 in the fourth period and 10-4 in the second half alone. Led by the 5 Nolan Stranos. Big-time goals. Here's Stone going for his 5th, and he's done it again. How about that, Will Stone?
Falcon goal, number 45, Will Stone.
Number 5. Putting on a scoring exhibition here, so both Strano and Stone for each team coming up with, and look at the battle at Face-Off X. Big win there. 46, Bronson Wilkinson. I think he has made at least a handful, if not a half a dozen, standout plays in this contest. Talking about 46, Bronson Wilkinson. 15-8 is our score. As we wind down our opener of the Arizona Lacrosse League, the Pumas win their 3rd straight and go to 3-2 by way of record with a 15-8 victory. Nolan Strano with 5 goals. Will Stone in a losing cause, 5 goals for the Falcons, who dropped to 0-4. This has been a presentation of APM Video Sports, Arizona's leader in sports video coverage. We invite you, we're going to send it down to the field right now, and we're going to be talking to a couple of the Puma players.
I'm Chandler Larson. I'm a depot for this team.
Okay.
Nolan Strano, attack.
A pretty good game offensively for you. I mean, you were setting them on fire out there. Congratulations on the win. And how did it feel to have such a big game out here?
Felt great. We started off a little slow on offense, but we picked it up. Second quarter, we kind of let it on fire, and then third quarter and fourth quarter followed, just same as usual. We did what we needed to do, and we scored the goals we needed to.
It seemed like the defense was pretty good most of the night.
Yeah, so we had a couple falters. You know, transition was a little bit of a problem, but hey, we were talking through it. We were learning. We're making mistakes, but we're making mistakes on the same page, and that's all you can ask for defense.
And you're kind of like the ground ball guy for this team, aren't you?
Yeah, just run and gun, you know, pick them up and just dish them off.
Well, now you guys have won 3 in a row. You got some momentum. What's the attitude over here?
We got a long break. We just got to keep coming at it. We got practice. We got guys in and out. We got break. I mean, kids are going on vacation, but we got to hit the wall. We got to get back at it. Keep grinding.
Okay. Well, Chandler wins it. 15-8, I believe. Yep. And congratulations, 3 in a row. You guys are 3-2, and we'll see you down the road.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.